Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Grim, the Lord of Salt here. And today we've gone forward in time another year. It is 1993. And WWF King of the Ring has come out on the Nintendo Entertainment System. This is what we'll be playing today. This was the last 8-bit licensed WWE game to come out. Part of the new pay-per-view series, I like to call it. They started naming once Sculptured Software took over, they started naming games after events like WrestleFest and Superstars. You got 1 and 2 players, normal 1-on-1 tag team, a regular tournament, and of course King of the Ring, and we'll go easy. There's still no special moves, but you do have stats here, and of course more 8-bit theme renditions of the themes, and you can make a pro wrestler that you can name. So not the first time you can play as an OC or create a wrestler in a wrestling game. It was in WrestleMania Challenge as well. But here comes back. We are going to play as Stu. 6 foot tall, 250 pounds. And we're going to modify his stats. As you can see, there's limits to just what you can do, but we're going to give him some, not speed or strength, but some stamina. So he's got some staying power, okay? And here you can see the King of the Ring tournament, our first match with Bam Bam Bigelow. You got Yokozuna, Mr. Perfect, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, and I think that's Lex Luger? Yeah, Lex Luger and The Undertaker at the bottom there. So, yeah, pretty good roster in this game for the time. Stu starting off against Bam Bam Bigelow. Yeah, so his full name is the Mechanic Stu Jones. He's from Atlantic City, New Jersey, and when he makes future appearances in the other games, I'll be basing him off of this. Excuse me. He's been wrestling, we'll say, he's been wrestling the territories throughout the 80s. So he's a little older now, kind of past his prime, but he finally made it big into WWF and made his debut for this King of the Ring in 1993. So if you're new to this is a new channel, but if you're new here, you're not familiar with my older work, I used to play Car Mechanic Simulator, and when I did, I named the shop Stu's Auto Repair, and it was after my father, who was a mechanic. So the Mechanic Stu Jones is inspired by my father. The name Stu was his nickname growing up because he was into a little of everything. You know, he was a football player who also played video games, Atari, and arcade games. He liked to, he was in the chess club, but he also liked to go hunting and fishing with his buddies and have a nice beer. So he was a little of everything. He was a mix of everything, so they called him Stu. Among other things that I won't get into. Yeah, we managed to get the 3 count on Bam Bam. Very nice, Stu, very nice. This will be a short one, guys. So, and I gave him the last name Jones. It's not my real last name. I didn't dox myself, don't worry. It was his favorite character from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was Casey Jones, so Stu Jones it is. And the Mechanic, of course, obviously, because he was a mechanic. Mechanic being a euphemism for an assassin back in the day. It was also the title of a Charles Bronson film, noting the same thing. Now, as the game goes on, you do get more points you can just put into your attributes to make yourself better. Time for Stu to take on Mr. Perfect. Yeah, as a game, it's clearly an improvement. Coming a year later over not Rage in the Cage, sorry, Steel Cage Challenge. You got more moves, bigger sprites, so they look better. The game moves a little faster, a little better, controls a little better. Still has those WrestleFest controls, experimenting a little with some stuff there to figure things out. You still only got the 2 buttons, so that's basically what you're using for everything. And Sheamus, he's cheering from the bleachers with me here, offering color commentary, right? Still no special moves, like I said. You got the stats to mix things up a little, so it's better, but it's still a long ways off of like a fun. That's why I didn't play through the tournament mode to get the championship and all that, because it's just kind of more of the same. You'll see everything you need to see here in the name of the game, the King of the Ring tournament. No voice samples, of course, so you have the ring bell going off for pins, for the outside count and everything. Hard to handle those flying elbow drops. Once again, Randy Savage is the only one who's really got his signature move in there because it's just part of the normal move set. And the main theme for the game is the theme song for the Creator Wrestler. So that's the theme of Stu. I'll have to bring it back in the future as well. I wonder if I can get an AI to remix that for me. I'll see. But that's the start of this, and this is my first OC. I'm gonna focus on making a lot of original characters throughout these games. This is the last one of the old school ones that even had it. It's not a feature that was in, because I'll also be playing both versions of Royal Rumble, be playing Raw and Rage in the Cage. No character creation in any of those. It doesn't come back until we get to Attitude. WWF Attitude we'll be playing. I'm skipping Warzone for now, but we'll do Attitude. Career mode there, and of course I've already recreated my killer clown wrestler from back in the day, Mr. Crinkles. So we'll be playing through his career in that career mode. And Stu defeats Mr. Perfect to advance in the tournament even further. We're doing very well. I think, are we in the finals now, or is it the semifinals? Yeah, it's the final against Lex Luger. Like I said, short game, guys, but it is fun to play. And yeah, so we've got it averaged out, but we're a little extra on average. So it's kind of cool that you can add to your stats. And of course, if you take it through tournament mode, you can level them up even more on the way to making him world champion. But yeah, I'm gonna focus on kind of the legacy of these wrestlers and such. So yeah, we are gonna see Stu will be back. We'll do more with Stu, and we're also going to be creating his son. And like I said, Stu's based off my father. So he's from Atlantic City. He's at this point he's married. He has 3 kids. The oldest a son, a middle-aged daughter, and the youngest another son. So we'll be seeing those superstars debut in the future as well, in future video games. We'll get to see the legacy of Stu playing out in across these wrestling titles, which I think adds a nice dynamic to it that a lot of other content creators that play these games haven't tapped into. You know, they'll either just use existing wrestlers, most of them do, or they'll use the same creator wrestler for all of them, you know. So it'll be the same guy here in '93, and it'll be the same guy in Attitude, and the same guy in Here Comes the Pain, Shut Your Mouth, and all the Versus games and so on. So, but I like to mix it up as if it's a real thing, and these wrestlers could be related to each other, know each other, and I plan on leaking some fellow content creators in there as well. So you keep an eye out. You might see yourself in one of these wrestling games, working your way towards the championships, you know. Obviously, some are going to be much longer than others. This is a very short one because it's just for the tournament. Even if I included the main tournament for the title, it would have been a bit longer, but it still would have been very short compared to what we'll be going through with WWF Attitude and most of the games going forward. So, but we can look forward to that, my friends. We can look forward to it. We'll also be featuring Stu in the Legends of Wrestling 2 career mode. We'll be playing through his actual career in the 80s as working the territories. So we'll get to see a young Stu there. We'll probably see him return a bit older as a legend in another title. And yeah, so Stu, the Mechanic Stu Jones, congratulations to the new King of the Ring, Mechanic Stu Jones. Yeah, so that wraps up this game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, this is Grim signing off saying stay salty.